Hello, everyone, and welcome to this brief presentation about CollectionBuilder. Before we get started today, I wanted to briefly introduce myself. My name is Julia Stone, and I'm a community liaison with CollectionBuilder, as well as a digital scholarship librarian at the University of Idaho. My email is juliastone@uidaho.edu, and feel free to email me with any questions related to CollectionBuilder as you work on your class project. So here is today's agenda. Today, I'm going to discuss what CollectionBuilder is and how it works. I will also highlight some examples of how CollectionBuilder is used in the real world by galleries, libraries, archives, and museums, also known as GLAMs. Lastly, I will talk about why CollectionBuilder is being used in the classroom and the benefits of using it in a learning environment. So let's begin. What is CollectionBuilder? CollectionBuilder is an open source framework for creating digital collection and exhibit websites that are driven by metadata and powered by modern static web technology. It has been under development since 2018 by a team of librarians at the University of Idaho. CollectionBuilder is designed for non-professional developers and aims to lower the barriers to hosting and digital collection development. So why was CollectionBuilder created? Librarians at the University of Idaho started developing CollectionBuilder out of frustration with using other content management tools like ContentDM and Omeka for teaching and creating digital exhibit websites. The CollectionBuilder team wanted a totally new static web approach, which would put the focus on creating quality metadata and digitized objects while fostering some fundamental web and data skills. Now that we've gone over what CollectionBuilder is and why it was created, I'm going to explain how CollectionBuilder works. The CollectionBuilder team created different types of project templates. Users choose which template to use depending on where they want to store their collection objects, their technical expertise, and the aims of their project. In this class, you are using the CollectionBuilder GH template, which is a simplified, lightweight template. This template can be implemented without installing any software on your computer, and you can make edits to the template directly on the GitHub web interface, which makes it ideal for classroom environments. The CollectionBuilder GH template is essentially a folder of text files containing HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, as well as some helpful development libraries like Bootstrap. So there are a few basic ingredients needed to build a digital collection website with CollectionBuilder, including metadata, digital objects, and the CollectionBuilder template, which we just discussed. After creating a spreadsheet of collection metadata in Google Sheets and curating a corresponding folder of digital objects, you will add the metadata and the objects to the CollectionBuilder GH template. After you add your metadata and digital objects to the CollectionBuilder GH template, you will need to edit some configuration files and content in the template. When you have finished editing the necessary files, you can generate your site using a free service called GitHub Pages. During this site build process, the static site generator, Jekyll, will knit everything together and transform your template into a complete static website. To make a collection with CollectionBuilder, you do not have to be an expert in Jekyll or any of the other tools that power it. Just focus first on creating high-quality metadata, and keep in mind that you can ask questions via email or read CollectionBuilder's documentation if you get stuck. I'll talk more about our documentation and other learning resources at the end of the presentation. Next, let's talk about the static web approach. When Jekyll builds out your site, the output is purely static HTML that can be copied to any basic web server, or in this case, hosted for free using GitHub Pages. This differs from traditional content management systems like WordPress or Wix, which build dynamic websites that require a database, server-side language, and other software to function. With websites managed using content management systems, you're reliant upon a third-party company. But with CollectionBuilder and its static web approach, you have complete ownership of the static sites you generate, and its minimal infrastructure requirements simplify costs, IT requirements, and maintenance while lowering the security risks of the system overall. The modern static web approach has other great benefits as well. Static web pages load faster, providing better access for users, and they also have lower bandwidth usage and minimal hosting requirements. Many digital humanities projects break after just a few years due to underlying infrastructure issues, but static sites are much more sustainable. A static site might look a bit dated in a few years, but it will still remain usable without any maintenance, and it is easily preserved by web archives like the Internet Archive's Wayback Machine. We're now going to switch gears and talk about features of CollectionBuilder sites. CollectionBuilder allows you to create user-focused websites, which provide interactive browsing options and a variety of visualizations generated directly from your metadata, including a browse page, map, timeline, and subject clouds. Feel free to go explore the GH demo site linked from this slide to get an idea of how those features function. Under the skin, the CollectionBuilder template is also exposing the data via a variety of machine-readable and reusable data formats to improve your search engine optimization, also known as SEO. This supports the collections as data movement, in which data about collections is exposed and available for machine analysis, reuse, and further research. Building off that idea of collections as data, CollectionBuilder websites also support the open data movement. Website users can download collection data in a variety of formats and reuse this data as they wish. This helps promote collaboration and the sharing of data and knowledge. Your metadata drives the creation of detailed item pages for each object in your collection. Collection creators can create custom metadata fields and customize which fields show up on the item page. Once you have all your objects added to your collection, CollectionBuilder also provides tools to put your collection into context through writing and storytelling. You can easily include collection metadata and objects on narrative pages to provide research and context behind the collection. Next, we are going to look at some real-life examples of CollectionBuilder projects to see how GLAMs and scholars have used the framework. I'll briefly discuss each example, but after this video, I also encourage you to go through the presentation slides on your own and click on the links to browse through and explore these example websites. The Digital Library of Idaho is an example of how CollectionBuilder can be used to create a collection of collections. This project uses the more robust CollectionBuilder template called CollectionBuilder CSV, but similar collections could be made using CollectionBuilder GH. As a collection of digital libraries from across the state of Idaho, this website is a repository of records which link out to external collection websites in an effort to make Idaho digital collections more discoverable. Next, we have the Meridian Occident Club collection, which is an example of a digital history collection created by a public library. This collection uses the CollectionBuilder GH template, and the librarian who created the collection used the GitHub web interface, just like you will be doing for this class. This collection contains materials related to the Meridian Occident Club, a community service organization which helped create the first public library in Meridian, Idaho. Firelines is an example of an MFA project by a graduate student in the English department of the University of Idaho. This project demonstrates how CollectionBuilder can be customized to support creative projects with large written components. Built with the CollectionBuilder CSV template, Firelines weaves an essay and archival objects together in an effort to understand the lasting effects of 1910's Great Fire on the landscapes of the Northwest. Idaho Queered is an example of an oral history project. It was built with an earlier version of our CollectionBuilder CSV template. In this project, a University of Idaho professor sought to document the proud histories of LGBTQ individuals through structured conversations about their experiences in Idaho. Lost Tacoma is an example of a digital archive built with the CollectionBuilder GH template. Created by a professional archivist, this digital archive represents part of the Tacoma Public Library's Lost Tacoma collection. It includes blueprints of proposed buildings which were never constructed and constructed buildings which are now demolished. The last section of this presentation will focus on why CollectionBuilder is being used in the classroom and the skills you can hope to develop by using CollectionBuilder. Through hands-on CollectionBuilder projects, students can learn fundamental data and web literacies, such as basic knowledge of file systems, web servers, and data management. CollectionBuilder supports skill development in metadata creation and data management, implementing data and file name standards, and web development and static web technologies. Collection Builder helps students develop several web literacies as well. You will learn coding, computing, and collaboration concepts through editing data in your GitHub repository using Git-based version control. Git is a version control system that helps you record different versions of your code and collaborate with others by keeping track of changes, including when the changes were made and who made the changes. In addition, you will learn how to navigate the repository directory structure on the GitHub web interface to find the files that you need to edit. In the process of committing your edits and viewing the changes they make to your live website, you'll get hands-on experience with foundational modern web development practices. Collection Builder also provides the opportunity to practice using appropriate file naming standards for the web. Adopting consistent and effective file naming conventions can help ensure that files will work with different operating systems, such as Mac, Windows, or Linux. For example, you may run into errors on certain operating systems if you have spaces, special characters, or capitalized letters in your file names. You can click on the link on this slide to our documentation page about file naming conventions for the GH template to learn more. The learning curve for Collection Builder can actually empower users to better understand the digital world that we live in. Unlike traditional content management systems, Collection Builder does not have a graphical user interface with icons, menus, buttons, and forms to help manage user interactions with the system. Instead, Collection Builder users learn how to interact directly with data and configuration files, and therefore have more opportunity to improve their web development skills. The lack of graphical user interface can make it a bit harder to learn Collection Builder at first, but once you get past this initial learning curve, you'll be able to repeat the steps to build digital collections websites quickly and efficiently. Finally, with Collection Builder, you will learn transferable data and web development skills that you can carry with you throughout your career, rather than simply learning how to use a single platform like WordPress, Wix, or Drupal. That's a major reason why Collection Builder is a great framework to use in the classroom. I encourage you to skim through these Collection Builder learning resources after you finish this video, including the Collection Builder website, our detailed and up-to-date documentation, and an article about using static web technologies in the classroom written by the librarians who developed Collection Builder. If you have any questions about Collection Builder, please feel free to email me at any stage of your class project. Thanks for listening.